Yo, this is Ebony from Sturdy Studios. Yo, that was the corniest intro I've ever done, yo. But it's more to come, trust me. Anyway, if this is your first video you're watching, I'm going around all the daggone parks in the DMV. This park is like, I went to this daggone park, they called a park, but that was just a playground. Like, we definitely have to define the difference between a playground and a park, so I'm definitely like searching now to like see like what a legit park is, because a legit park has many options. Ouch. My grandma just gave me like a bootleg umbrella and I don't appreciate it, but it's okay. So I'm just not even gonna use it, but I'm here to talk to you about laziness and what it can prevent you from getting to in the long run. So I'll start off with what recently just happened to me on Snapchat, and then I'll branch into like other examples, and then I'll talk to you about the future and what it, you know, what I just said, what it can prevent you from getting to. So on Snapchat, and let me just say that I used to be on Vine, and so when Vine like shut down, if you don't know what Vine is, it's like this 10-second video app where a lot of comedians really got their name out there, and so we just really had fun on there, and it just got shut down. I'm sure it had something to do with maybe Snapchat or any other social platform. You know, they're like competing on the low. Some people pay attention to it, some people don't, but whatever, it's gone. And so my followers from Vine went to Snapchat, so I have a lot of followers on Snapchat, and I get these like messages like all the time. So I got a message from someone I actually knew, and they were like, where'd you get your logo made? And they said, did you draw it? And so I know that within my research that I can tell the difference between a drawn logo and a graphically made, or, you know, however you say it, made logo. So when she said that, I said, this was my response: google.youtube.not me. And so this is my friend, like we like known each other for a while, and so it wasn't like I wasn't playing, but I also wasn't like being mean. And so I was assuming that she would respond, but she got upset and unadded me. So I mentioned it on Snap, and so somebody reached out to me and was like, you could have just told her the answer. Well, let me not, I didn't mean to like give attitude with it, but you could have just told her the answer. You talk about changing lives and stuff like that, like, you know, question mark. And I'm like, well, if you think about it, I really did change her life, because clearly she didn't know about Google and YouTube. So I was gonna give her more, but I wasn't gonna tell her what I did. And not because I'm being secretive or anything like that, it's because I did the work to figure out how to even get my logo made, and I know how easy it would be if she would just to type it in Google, or YouTube actually gives you way more than Google, in my opinion. But I was just able to find out way more than even the answer that I could have given her to her question. So I didn't want to give it to her, because obviously if she was asking for a logo, that means she was about to start something big. And so if I were to give her this little thing right here, I don't know if she'd be asking more questions, or not actually working when it was time to get big and to actually create that business or whatever she was trying to create. And so I just feel like that was not mean of me. I actually think that even just thinking about how busy my schedule has been getting, and me even opening these messages is a nice thing, because sometimes it's negativity in there, sometimes it's like just random comments that, you know, you can't really respond to. Then it's like weird stuff, and then it's like, you know, it's all types of vibes that come in there. And so for me to even open them is very generous, in my opinion. I think we have to look at, I mean, it's different from the outside looking in. And so this was me just sharing, you know, my inside part, and, you know, why I actually responded the way I did. Because it's just a little bit difficult to open messages, and, you know, what if the negativity hurts me or something like that? And I'm not just gonna ignore one person. That wouldn't be fair. I would have to ignore all of them. So I just wanted to get that out there, and I wanted just to show you what type of person I am. And yeah, so that's that. I really am strong in the belief that laziness now, or little laziness, can make you be lazy in other areas, and maybe bigger areas where it shouldn't be laziness encountered in like at all. So like little things like go hand me that remote please, and you're like within walking distance of it. Like I think that that little thing that you're being lazy with, you're gonna be lazy with that big thing that you're trying to do. Like I totally see it happening. Or like walk over there. Or I mean, like I just look at like people in wheelchairs. They like have more drive and momentum to do things. They go out. I see them getting on the bus and stuff. Like, and we can't even get on the bus because, you know, like I'm not saying I get on the bus when I need to, but I can see why somebody wouldn't want to go. I'm saying as far as the bus and laziness, like I don't want to get on the bus because, and it's a lazy answer. I also want to share that a friend of mine, they asked me to so I made them an Instagram, and they asked me to follow. They said, are you gonna follow the people? And I'm like, yo, I just made the daggone Instagram. First of all, it was right before I gave you all a cutoff time of when my video was gonna be out there. It was like 10 p.m. and I made it at like 9:20. And it was quick. It was like a 5-minute process thing, but I ended up being late. So the thing is, I stopped what I was doing to make the Instagram, and then you're asking me to follow more people, and they just didn't see how that was lazy. They asked me, how is that lazy? I know you're on Instagram and you could probably know the people to follow. I said, you're right, totally right. And I said, I have no problem with assisting you, but the way you asked me, it would have been like you were totally okay with me doing all the work, right? And that's not how I do it at all. And so being lazy, I think I just like touching things, so I just picked it up. It's not really raining, so just don't mind me. Or like what I'm actually doing, just listen to the words, please. But it could just prevent you from like actually getting the stuff done. Like, and then I heard someone said, yo, I've got to stretch. Somebody needs to stretch me out. Nah, son. It's YouTube videos on how you not crippled. Stop playing. And then it went into like, I'm not gonna remember. And so I think that's just all procrastination, guys. Like I gave the example to the person that said somebody needed to stretch me out. I said, just put up notes. Like when you wake up, put the notes wherever you look at first, whether it's by your bed or when you walk into the bathroom, is right there. I said that in the kitchen if possible. I know most people I'm talking to are maybe under 21, so your parents or whoever you live with might not let you post in their kitchen. But if you live by yourself, post everywhere, yo, and then change it up, because you're gonna you're gonna like get used to it being there, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like the little things that we can do for ourselves that assist us in the long run. And so the way I found out about this is just by looking up stuff like, how do I remember to XYZ? Like people literally name titles like this. Every single thing is on YouTube, yo. My little cousin just looked up how to stop make a stopper for the tub because she couldn't find a stopper, and she ended up using a golf ball. I mean, like who has a golf ball in their house, right? Except for like golf players. I mean, obviously she's not a golf player, she had a golf ball, but I'm saying every single thing is on YouTube. And she's sitting there running water and her golf ball's right there. I'm looking in the tub like, yo, where did you get this from? I looked it up on YouTube. Yes, everything is on YouTube. So laziness just prevents you from getting to the final step, because I really need this now. It all adds up, because, and I feel like I'm talking to most people that don't have goals written, so I'm gonna say this. When you're like lazy in the little areas, and I know I've already said you'll be lazy in the big areas, but you won't even get an opportunity to get to the big areas to be lazy, because you're just being so lazy in the little areas, and we don't even notice because, like I said on the last video, society puts us in a box, and we don't even notice. Like I was telling my Snapchat followers, it was like 11 o'clock and I didn't know what time it was, but my body was telling me, yo, Ebony, it's definitely time for you to hit those sheets, okay? And my spirit, like me, myself, my spirit was like, you know, inside, like, no, it's time to work. Yeah, you can go run 17 miles around the track. I don't know if your body's gonna let you, but that's the momentum that my spirit had, right? And so I'm like, I didn't even think about like entrepreneurship at all. I didn't even think about like what I could do within my day because my mind was so focused on going to that 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or 3 to 6, whatever your shift is considered a 9 to 5 job, right? So when you get home from that job, you're like tired, right? You're either tired, hungry, you have to tend to children, tend to grandma, whatever, you know, you have to do your responsibilities, or even have fun, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you do this and then like don't even pay attention to your dreams or anything like that. And so I'm just telling my Snapchat followers, I spent like way too long on my Snapchat, but I knew it was, actually somebody told me that was for them, so I was, you know, cool with posting that long of a story. If you're not following me on Snapchat, They Speak Loud is the name, and pretty much They Speak Loud is every platform, so you'll find me there. But yo, the laziness has got to go out the window. What did I say in the last video? Out the door, out the window. You guys got to check out my other videos, and it feels so good because when I first started, I'm looking at everybody else. This is why it's important to do your own daggone thing. I'm looking at everybody else like, they got all these daggone videos. I got all this catching up to do. But it's like, now I see that I have like 5 videos, and it just makes me feel like so happy, and it's like encouraging me to keep going. I'm about to be at every single park, yo. But seriously, like, before I end this, even from you being in bed, like you have to pee, you feel yourself and not going, or you're hungry and you choose not to go eat, or you need some sugar but the store is 5 minutes away. The store is 5 minutes away. I'm gonna keep giving examples. Right there is a blue thing and you don't want to pick it up and put it in the trash. This is all laziness. I mean, I get it might be dirty, sanitary, you might not want to pick it up, but I'm just saying, like, little things like that. It's going to stop you from making goals. It's going to stop you from getting that goal done that you finally get written out. It's going to stop you from actually making your dream possible, yo. Every little thing you have to do. Start, yo, Ebony. You talk to yourself, because who's going to talk to you and say, I mean, I know a lot of parents, I know I'm talking to a lot of children, and if you're not a child, don't feel left out, because if you need this, you need this. Like, so what? Like, I'm not even like targeting children per se, but like, so what? If you need this, you need this, whatever. I know a lot of parents probably tell you what to do, but yo, the laziness has gotta go. I've also gotta go. No, I'm just kidding. That just sounded right together. What park is this? I forgot the name. I'll show you around, or maybe I'll record and show you while the video's playing. Let me leave you all with a quote. Or let me leave you all with a story. I got this story from Ty Lopez again. I mention him a lot because he's really, like, you gotta sit and find these people. And so, like, a lot of people watch TV, a lot of people listen to these new albums, a lot of people talk to their friends, spend time on their phone, but I'm just asking for you to spend 10, 15, 30 minutes on YouTube. Just watch one video. Every other day, every day. I mean, however hungry you are, you're gonna watch more, right? But if you're not hungry but you feel like I might be speaking some truth a little bit, just spend like 10 minutes on YouTube. Find somebody you like. In the beginning, it's going to take a little bit of time for you to maybe find somebody you like. And I'll start giving you guys suggestions and book readings and stuff like that. A good book right now to start off with is You Are a Bad ASS. It's really good. I call my studio a library for artists, and so I legit have like a little mini library. It's like this, mini books. And so I guess it's not a library, but it's just like a section of books. And one person is actually reading that book right now, and they thanked me a lot. And so the story that I'm gonna leave you guys with is he said that it was soldiers or whoever walking in the forest, and it was one person that got up at the top of the tree to see where the enemy was, and everybody else is just, you know, on ground separated and trying to find the enemy that way. But the person at the top of the tree was seeing everything. It was seeing where they came from. It was seeing what was in front of them, and he was able to share with them about what was really going on. You have to stand out. I'm kind of twisting his story. He took it to another part, but you have to be able to stand out and find other ways that's gonna make you get further than someone, because and it's not a bad thing. It's because if you're doing it right, you're gonna be able to teach the people along the way. And so that's the only way that you're gonna be able to get up, is because you're finding these ways. Like I mentioned in my last video, well, the park videos is different from my vlogs. I made a vlog at Magic Johnson Theater, and I had watched the movie, and I just couldn't leave without getting that footage, right? And so I was saying that some people went to see the movie to laugh, but I went to see the movie because I'm interested in comedy and filmmaking, and so I'm in there taking notes, yo. And so just once again, I do want to say that people aren't going to really understand. I got in an argument, well, not an argument because I didn't give too much energy, but the other person got upset with me because I put them on a schedule. I said that you have to let me know in advance when you want to hang out with me, because they said that they were trying to talk to me and I was working and I wasn't giving them my undivided attention. I was responding to them, but I was working, and I had to get my check marks off for the day, or my day will end and not have anything to show of. And so the way I plan is, I'm coming back to my story, but the way I plan is, I have my plans for the day. I plan them out in advance, but then I have my month, like what should be done this month, what should be done within 2 months, what should be done by the end of the year. It's what month is it? Like, it's the end of July right now. So that's just what I do, and people are not gonna understand. You're gonna look like a crazy person trying to reach for your dreams, I'm telling you. And you're just gonna have to be able to find that balance. You're gonna have to feel those, I mean, like, even like feel your personal holes. The sky is so beautiful right now. I'm gonna make sure I get this and show you, but you're gonna have to be able to feel the holes of yourself, right? And then you're gonna also have to heal yourself after people might hurt you, like the close friends of yours and stuff like that. You have to really want it, and you have to understand, like, it's not even about really wanting it, it's about fulfilling your purpose on this earth, because we're here to praise, we're here to assist others. And so if we don't have that money for our children and our children's children, we've failed, in my opinion. So the way to do it is to solve problems, because you're not gonna get it like assisting someone else in their dreams. You solve problems, you provide value, you get paid. That's how it works. It's plain and simple. Like, this is exactly the conversation that I was having with my Snapchat followers. I said, like, for example, Target, they prevent you, or Walmart, they prevent you from having to go several places if you need tissue, bananas, and sheets for your bed. Like, you don't have to go 3 different places. Then I said the convenience store prevents you from going far away for, you know, which like a soda or something. I said a laundromat prevents you from having to buy a washer and dryer if you don't have the money right now. So all of these businesses are solving problems. Like even this daggone park is solving a problem. So anything that you create and it solves a big problem, it's gonna make you money. So that's what you have to do. You have to find what you love and then figure out how it can solve a problem, people's problems. And so that's how you get paid. We're not gonna get paid working for these people. I'm telling you, like even with these bonuses in the beginning and these bonuses during the year and this dollar raise and this $1,000 raise, like it all sounds good, but they have it. They know what's gonna happen before they give it to you. They know you're not gonna bounce up over them. Like the tax refunds, who cares about a tax refund when you're having fun, living life, and providing tons of value? You're gonna 10x that tax refund and you're not even gonna think about it. You know what I'm saying? So back to the story. It's just like go over and beyond. It's a world where, like, in order to provide value, you have to stand out. So that person climbing that tree, just figuring out like that problem. Like I remember I used to play basketball, and I mean, like, I don't watch basketball enough to give you like a person that you probably know, but I know that once you like defending people, I'm not gonna stay on my man. I'm gonna get open. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand out so you can get that ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, do your thing, man. Do it well, and keep feeding yourself. Keep feeding yourself. That's just the most imperative thing to do. Just like I put this in one of my captions. I said, just like we feed our bodies to be able to stay alive, we have to feed our minds or we won't grow, right? And so this whole school thing is just like so whack to me. And let me tell you what Gary Vee said, and then I'm out. Gary Vee was like, he said schools are still teaching off memorization. And all you have to do is say, hey Siri, who's the 19th president? And then Siri told him who the 19th president was. And so I don't think I have my Hey Siri on or whatever. Yeah, the world is changing. And I joke around. Well, I joked around with my mom, and she actually didn't see this message, and maybe she'll watch this video and see this. But I said, I think about things like putting news channels out of business, because who watches news? I mean, like, people my age watch the news, but who like really watches news? The old people. But once they're gone, it's like a lot of people use Vine, right? But we had a replacement, and you just make people change. So I just joke about like putting the news channel out of business. I mean, I really don't have a passion to do so someone can take that out there listening to this. But we have to get on board, because innovation is happening like before our eyes. And so this sunset is so beautiful, but the trees are blocking it. I just see the pinks and oranges through the trees. It's so nice. I'll show you guys the park. It's every Tuesday and Friday, yo. Fire content! And it's more to come. I am out. Let's get it.